first topic I want to talk about really quick before we get into some other things is that I don't like bitch ass niggas. And the reason why I want to start off with that is because
game is about helping us learn the rules of manhood. And a lot of times what happens is we don't fully believe in the rules. We don't fully believe in the information.
You cannot fear rejection.
We got to stand on business out there, meaning that the bitches ain't gonna even fuck with me if they don't think that I'm willing to go the distance behind some shit.
Everybody in this room, if you had a bitch ass moment, raise your hand.
When I say I am, I want you to say a motherfucking man. I am a motherfucking man.
Like I said, y'all should have bitches. I'm amazed. It's a struggle for some of y'all.
Once you find something that you're into, it comes before everything else. And then even when you deal with a woman who's into you, she has to compete with that thing, whatever the fuck that is, right?
Stand up if you believe in fear. Stand up right now. Everybody stand the fuck up.
You know, I say bitch a lot and nigga a lot, but, you know, it's with good intention and a lot of love in it and whatnot.
If I'm feeling insecure, is this really me, or did somebody teach me how to feel this way?
I am a motherfucking man.
Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity. Specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Yo, we here. We are here. My fucking sound effects acting stupid already. But we are here. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you guys get your soap. Go to Masculine Identity Membership to get the soap. People, make sure you guys get that soap. Also, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership, and go to Masculine Identity membership to join the Masculine Identity membership. Also, get your shirts at thebadboystyle.com. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys get that shit at badboystyle.com. Get the Women Love Sex shirts so we can get that shit cracking. You feel me? So Miles, what's going on, man? What's popping with you?
Hey, man, chilling, loving life, man. It's raining. I like when it rains sometimes. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, Lucario?
I'm chilling, man. Just trying to fix these fucking sound effects. You know what I'm saying? So we could get right in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, got to get right in this bitch. That's what it's all about, man.
To get right up in here. But shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Who we got up in here? Shout out to my lady April MC in the motherfucking building. All right, there we go. The shits is working now. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Angel Guerrero, Respect the Truth, AJ Lino. Shout out to Unique 79 in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Soulmonger, Rex Corp. What's going on? What's going on? Drew was popping with your Duke-Alex in the building. Shout out to my nigga Joe Blast in the building. Who else we got up in here? Shout out to No Data in the building. Monogamous Players in the motherfucking building. Frankie Shy, Scales Fitness. What's going on? Don is in the building. TZ is in the building. J Bone. What's going on? BDP was popping. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We about to go into this joint. Steve-O Baby, Corey was good. Chris in the chat. Rashad was popping. Guys, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. If you want to call in, 919-647-9392. So y'all know what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you donate $5 or up, and we will get that going, man. So today's show, we're talking about.
And real quick, we welcome trolls too. Just send that support for the show.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys do that shit too. So today's topic, Dan Bilzerian says monogamy is better than sleeping with thousands of women. Okay, that's what he says right now. What happened is I had a lot of people send me this clip. So I found the actual clip on YouTube, but they were sending it to me on Instagram. So I was like, let me find this clip and see what the fuck he's talking about, right?
Yeah, is anyone listening to Dan Bilzerian though? Like he got lucky.
This is so crazy. Yeah, we're gonna break all that down because
lucky and got rich. I mean, what do you want, money through poker or something?
That's what they say, and they said I think he was like a trust fund nigga or some shit like that.
Like, come on, man.
Exactly. Shout out to my dude K Zaggin 20 in a motherfucking building. He said obligated monogamy not only strips away the variety some people covet, but it also forces you to sacrifice enjoying the company of the opposite sex where sex isn't the focus. That's real shit. That's some deep shit. We're going to get into all of that. We're about to get into all of that because, see, this is why I wanted to because at first I wasn't going to even do a show about this, right? But when I watched the clip, I was like, no, you're saying the wrong things.
No.
Exactly.
No.
You're saying the wrong things. You understand? It's like this. It's like let's say somebody said, you know what, guys, don't bother to go try to start a business because a lot of businesses fail. So just go to college and make sure you get a good, stable job. Right. What the fuck are you talking about, nigga? Like, we don't need this defeatist ass energy in our space. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is we're gonna play the clip. Let's play the clip. We're gonna stop and start. It's about 3 minutes. Fuck it. Let's do the call.
610, you're on live with Lucario and Miles, name A City. Where did you send your support for the show?
How you guys doing? This is Jay, 32 from Pittsburgh. I send my support to Mr. Lucario, Mike D. Cash App.
Mike B, hold on. Let me see. All right, I got you. All right. So,
all right. What's your question?
Well, thank you very much, kind sir.
This nigga.
Quick question. So now I'm finding that being indirect, right, it never works. It's barely works, right? However, it's like a program that it's hard for me to rewrite. So my question to you guys is, so is there a possibility, say if I do, going direct, right? Meaning like not telling her up front like what I want to do, like as far as just like clearly communicating how I want this to go, right? Is there a way to turn that around? Well, that's the first question I have for you.
Wait. Hold on. So is there a way to turn what around?
All right, so say how you always say like you gotta let her know that you want to hook up with her, right?
Right.
While y'all exchanging numbers, right? So I'm having a hard time doing that.
Why? Why are you having a hard time doing it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you wait, caller? Say what you really mean. Are you having a hard time doing it, or are you having a hard time getting the results you want?
I mean, I'm having a hard time being direct. Yeah.
So you mean it's actually no? So you mean it's actually hard for you to walk up to a woman and say what you want from her? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like it's difficult. What's difficult about it? What are you getting short of breath? Are you stuttering? Are you losing your nerve? What is going on, sir?
Right.
I mean, it's just like, I guess it's just I'm not used to doing it. Like telling her like, yeah, you know what? Like, I want to. Why don't we do this weekend? I want to. All right.
So tell us what you're used to. What are you used to? Beating around the bush and taking her on 10 dates before she realizes you want to fuck, or what? What are you used to?
Well, maybe not.
Tell us what you're used to. Tell us what you're used to.
What I'm used to is basically just telling her like, look, let's get together, maybe go grab a drink, get to know each other, then go from there.
Okay. Now, how has that been working for you thus far?
It hasn't been working.
Okay, so that hasn't been working, but you're too scared to be direct to even find out if being direct actually works. So what do you want from us, sir?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I'm working on that.
So what do you want from us? What do you want from us? You want us to walk you outside and say it for you? What do you want from us, bro?
No. The question I had was, say if I don't get a chance to say like, yeah, I want to hook up with you, and I get the number, right? Like, is there a way to turn that around, or is it like it's like a lost cause?
What do you mean turn it around though? What do you mean by give us? What do you talk? See, you're having problems being direct with us, telling us what you really mean. What do you mean by turn it around?
Like basically get it to the point where like letting her communicating to her that I'm trying to get down, I'm trying to get busy, trying to fuck.
Okay, so you're saying that if you're indirect and you get her number and tell her like, hey, let's hang out, and she gives you the number, are you saying can you now call her and say, hey, listen, I want to fuck? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, but you're probably it's most likely not going to work because now you're going to come off as inconsistent and incongruent. You understand what I'm saying? This is why you let her know because this is what you got to understand. You need to say what you want so the woman can respond exactly how she's supposed to respond. So what you're doing is you're delaying her real response. You understand what I'm saying? Because if she doesn't want to fuck you and you say, hey, let's get together and hang out, and she gives you the number and then you call her and say, hey, let's fuck, she's going to tell you no. Why? Because she didn't want to fuck you in the first place. But you could have found that out when you first talked to her. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. All right, I got you.
You're just delaying the inevitable, bro. That's all it is.
All right, man. Thanks, man. I'm just going to be out there in the trenches.
Caller.
Yeah.
You remember my analogy of the game when I said the other day that it's like playing a board game and you gotta roll the dice?
Yes, I do. I do remember that. Yeah.
Okay, so why are you afraid to roll the dice, sir? I mean, 'cause you can't move your pieces unless you roll the dice. So why are you afraid to roll the dice? Or unless you just want to stand there in the same spot on the board?
To be honest with you, complacency, just like doing things the way I've been doing it.
Complacency. Oh, so you got bitches beating down your door with the way you've been doing things then, huh? You got all the pussy you want in the world, right?
Like I get a fair share, but it's like once I get one or two, then I stop. I don't, maybe I might deal with her for about 3, 4, 5 months, and then that fades off, and then it's like not being consistent, really.
Oh, so you just a lazy motherfucker then?
So, yeah, you can say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty
All
much,
right.
yeah.
Well, that's not our fault. That's not our fault. And we can't change that in you. You got to do it
No,
yourself.
I didn't say it was your fault. I know I got all the answers. I know that.
No, it's not. It's not our fault. It's not the bitch's fault. It's not the world's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's all on you, bro. The truth is inside you.
Facts. And that's why you gotta call her. Start practicing being direct. Stop being scared of chicks saying no. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, here's the thing. This is my homework. I'm gonna give you guys a call back next week. I'm gonna go out there and try to be direct. I'm gonna share some stories. So I'll give you a call back next week. All right, guys.
All right. Take it easy. Good luck.
All right. Later.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start charging more for these calls.
Is there anybody else on the line or are we good?
No, we good.
All right, cool. So let me share this screen real quick and put this video up. So this video, let me do the fuller screen on this shit right here.
So rich, nigga, get a shape up. Dirty ass. I don't know that man. I'm joking.
So this video is talking about Dan Bilzerian on having sex with thousands of women. All right. So I'm gonna start it, stop. It's about 3 minutes, not too long of a video, but I want to break down a lot of shit that he's saying in this video. So let's start this.
What's up with in your life total? Thousands. Like Will Chamberlain levels?
Not 20,000. 20,000 is a bit ambitious, but I mean, like I said, I was having sex with 3 girls a day on average, at least at a minimum. I mean, if I only had sex with 2 girls in a day, that was like we're having some real off day or something.
Oh shit, he dissing me, yo. He dissing me. How you gonna diss me like that, man? He said if I was only having sex with 2 women a day. yo. Dan Bilzerian is sneak dissing. He sneak dissing the book. He sneak dissing the book. He said, fuck that, 2 women a day. That's Let me find out Dan Bilzerian is sneak dissing.
Hey, I guess there's levels to the game, man.
Exactly. He's like, fuck this shit. He's like, what? He's like, that's an off day. You feel?
That's a crazy day for a nigga like me. 2 women. God damn it.
All right, let's continue.
Right. Yeah. And some days 4, sometimes, whatever, 5, 7, the most was 9.
Wow.
But, I don't know. It was just, it didn't really seem to matter that much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I had a 9-some with like some, or 10-some, I guess, you count yourself. 10-some. I don't know. It was like, I don't know. They're just like waiting, it's just like having sex with 1 girl, they're just like waiting. I don't know. It's like, and then there's like a lot of obligation for you. It's like, to have sex with 9 girls. I don't know. Like it just.
You realize he keeps saying, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's part of the problem of his whole situation. Like,
I don't know. Yeah. He's
doing these things and he's just doing it with no purpose.
But I don't know. Yeah.
and so the thing is this, and also too, you got to understand that, him doing this type of stuff, him having sex with these women is not women actually having sex with him because they desire him. So he's not even getting the experience of women fucking him because they desire him. They're fucking him because he's Dan Bilzerian, meaning
exactly
they're fucking off the notoriety, but not actually who he is.
Exactly. They don't like him. They like the money and the experience, but they don't like him. And I said this the other day on the video, right? A lot of guys, they talk that looks, money, status shit, right? But pay attention to the guys. And yes, I'm not, bro. If you just want to fuck beautiful women and get no respect or no real attraction,
right? It is what
by all means, looks, money, and status is the ticket.
Right.
If you want a bitch to fuck you and not disrespect you and not respect you and not even want to know your name, by all means, looks, money, and status all day. But if you look at dudes if you see dudes with looks, money, and status, every time you see them, it's a new bitch.
Right.
Every time you see them is a new bitch.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why that is, I'm not saying it's good or bad. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's all in what you want. Because you got some guys, they just want to, get the money up, live in Miami, drive flashy cars so they can just fuck as many bitches as possible. Fine. But if what you want is a girlfriend, like a chick who got your back and who loves you, respects you, cares about you,
Right.
not gonna get it that way.
Exactly.
Because these same guys, every next time you see them, they got a different bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So why that is because the woman that you saw them with last time was fucking the money.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were done spending money on the bitch, then the bitch is done with them.
Right.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Looks, money, and status niggas. We're not saying that you can't get money. You can't get bitches with that, but none of them bitches gonna like you.
Right.
You understand? And if you want a bunch of bitches to use you for an experience, to use you for, resources, to use you to get into the parties and the yachts, by all means, get your looks, money, and status up and get a bunch of bitches that don't even give a fuck about if you breathe your next breath.
Right. That's real shit. Let's continue. He said,
I had this image in my mind when I was growing up of like how awesome this would be. I don't know. What I kind of landed on was I think it's like better to have a monogamous relationship. Strange as that is coming from me.
And see, now this is the part where he fucked up, because this is what you always talk about, Miles, where people choose A because they didn't like B.
Right.
And they think A is going to be better than B. And this is the part that I didn't like, because what happened is that he's in a situation where he's fucking all these hoes, right? And like he said, I imagine as when I was younger that this would be awesome.
Right.
But in his mind, he probably thought, man, if I could have a bunch of sex with a bunch of hot chicks, that'll be great. So now he's having sex with these women who he's like, okay, this is cool. But at some point he realizes, oh yeah, they're all here because I got the money and the yachts and the clout. And, they're basically using me.
Yep.
And he's probably in a situation where he feels like, damn, like none of these chicks give a shit about me, right? They don't give a fuck if I drop dead right now, right? So now what he's saying is, damn, if I had a monogamous relationship, then that would be better than this. So what he's doing is he's trying to compare his situation, because he was looking for some sort of substance in the situation he was in, which he didn't find. So then he assumes that he's going to find that in a monogamous relationship. And this is the problem with a lot of people, is that they think the problem is the circumstance and the situation instead of understanding they are the problem.
Exactly.
So he thinks, man, if I got a monogamous relationship, then all of my problems that I'm having and this feeling that I'm having will be solved. No, it's not, because you're the problem. Do you see what I'm saying? And so what happens is this. See, I don't even know if this nigga is in a monogamous relationship or even had a monogamous relationship at any point. What it sounds like he's saying is what he assumes it would be like to be in a monogamous relationship compared to what he had. Do you see what I'm saying? So he's like, man, it must be way better to have a monogamous relationship. But what he's not taking into account is that he may not understand what it means and the work it takes to be in a monogamous relationship and all the things that occur when you're in that relationship that's monogamous. Because check this out. A lot of people, what's funny about this is this, and shout out to my dude, Caleb Jones. I heard him talking about this. He was like saying that, people always say, oh, well, monogamy, it's the best and this and this and that. He was like, yeah, well, maybe for about 2 or 3 years. But what most people can't do is stay in a monogamous relationship for 10, 15, maybe 20 years. And what that means is you're not cheating. Like, actually monogamous, because if you're in a monogamous relationship and you cheat, you're not in a monogamous relationship. I want y'all guys to follow that. Understand this, because non-monogamous, non means not. So if you cheat in your monogamous relationship, you are no longer in a monogamous relationship. So in order to have a monogamous relationship, that means you have to be in that relationship, in that union monogamously for the whole time. So how is a guy, Dan Bilzerian, who's probably never been in a monogamous relationship, going to tell you that it's better to be in a monogamous relationship when he has never been in one? Assuming. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He's like, I said, most people are not monogamous. They're lying to them. That's a fact. This is crazy. So this is what I'm saying, where I don't like the fact that he's trying to paint this picture, because this is why it's fucked up. Because now what's going to happen is this. There's going to be a lot of women and a lot of beta males who are watching this.
Mm-hmm.
And the women are going to say, you see, if you guys would be mature, you should look, Dan Bilzerian realized that, he was immature because he wanted to fuck all these women. and it's more mature to be in a monogamous relationship. Look, the guy who was fucking all these women told you guys that it's better to be in a monogamous relationship. And then the beta male's gonna be like, yeah, I guess so. I guess I should just be in. You see what I'm saying? So now it's a false narrative because he's talking on the surface based on what he thinks he prefers, based on what he went through, which is a bunch of bullshit. Like, come on, man.
And my thing is, like, he kind of, his language exposes him, because as many times as he says, I don't know,
right,
what he's really saying is that he don't really know what's best for him.
Exactly.
He's been placed in these different circumstances, because he got money, because he got some name recognition, but he didn't make any of these decisions himself.
Exactly.
So he doesn't really know, like, what he wants, what's good for him. He doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
He has no fucking idea, and he keeps saying it. I don't know. Monogamy, fucking a bunch of women, but I don't know. And it's tough for him to. It's tough for him to fuck. He probably got deep seated issues.
Right.
I hate when I get off on this shit, because it sounds like I'm some psychologist, but I really don't know these people.
Right.
So I know it sounds kind of crazy what I be saying, but
that's how the game is. You start to see the shit. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like even look at his posture, bro. Like, he's supposed to be Dan Bilzerian, a rich guy fucking all the bitches, and he doesn't look like a confident man to me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't look confident, bro. And the fact, his language continues to expose him. I don't know. When you know what you want,
mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, I fucked over 1,000 bitches, and I loved every minute of it.
Right, exactly right.
And then at the same time, he could say to himself, one day I know I'm gonna be ready to settle down with a chick, or maybe two.
Exactly right. Like, what's wrong with that? Right.
Get a couple of sister wives and just live happily ever after with my two chicks. And they can help each other take care of the kids. And, I have one of them cook, and I have the other one, just handle all my paperwork and shit, and everything will be perfect.
Right.
You understand? But look, they say here's what they say. They say a money and his fool and his money is soon parted. What does that mean? That means money means nothing until you have a fucking plan.
Exactly.
Money means nothing until you know what you actually want to do with it, until you have game, until you have a program, until you have a plan, until you know something about who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Every time this man says, I don't know, I lose faith in him. I lose confidence in him.
Exactly.
And I would imagine that every time he says it too, subconsciously, he loses confidence in himself. And, I don't know. You got all this money and you don't know.
You know what's crazy? Imagine how many guys would follow Dan Bilzerian on Instagram and see the pictures and the videos of him hanging out with all the women. And they're like, man, that's looks so cool and blah, blah, blah. And he within himself really wasn't enjoying it or felt some type of way after the fact. You understand what I'm saying? So he wasn't even embracing his own shit, his own lifestyle.
Right.
So basically, he didn't make a decision to do it. He just was drug along in the situation, which means that he didn't have a program.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He don't have a program. He's not leading anything.
Bro, he knows his life is fake. That's why he don't know.
Right. Exactly.
Because he knows it deep down. He knows his life is fake and fabricated.
Mm-hmm.
Knows that not one of them fucking chicks give a fuck about him, and imagine he's giving them dick.
Exactly right.
He's giving them dick and resource.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking a bitch. Remember, you're not only giving a bitch dick, right?
Dick is a gift.
You're not only giving a dick, you're giving her time. You're giving her attention.
Right.
You understand? That's work.
Mm-hmm.
Work you putting in. Unless he could prove to me that every bitch just rode him, every bitch just came in and got on top of him and rode the dick and left.
Right.
Even then, you still giving a time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like these dudes, look, You know, when they be saying, rich people. I remember. I love The Simpsons. I remember. I think it was Mo, the bartender. He said, like, take rich people for example. The whole time they got their money and they think they're happy, but they ain't. They ain't happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like, again, happiness and joy and peace comes from within.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And having a masculine identity, knowing what you want, who you are, embracing yourself as a man, knowing who you are, comes from within.
Right.
The sad part is when a lot of these niggas, they get money before they know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you get money, it's a whirlwind of shit.
Right.
You get money and you know, with social media, everybody knows your name and your face. You show up at a spot to have dinner and bitches is just running up on you and shit. And then you say to yourself, man, I might as well bring this bitch back to the crib, or these couple of bitches back to the crib and fuck the shit out of them. And, I might as well do this. I might as well do that. But the whole time in the back of your mind, you're saying to yourself, man, if I didn't have this fucking money, nobody would even look at me.
Exactly. And that's the key. See, every time when he was with a woman and fucking her, that is him reminding himself that she's only here because of this other shit.
Yep.
And so anytime where he felt like that, he probably walked by a couple looking like they loved each other and shit. And he's like, damn, I really want that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when dudes do this shit, they're chasing something that's trying to fill a void. See, this is the thing. If he just enjoyed himself and said, you know what, I'm damn Bilzerian, I got a bunch of hot women around me, I'll be fucking and having a good time, and just accepted it and liked it because of that, he would have been fine. But I'm sure what happened was that he got so caught up in this situation and was fighting with the fact that he wanted somebody to love him, but realized every time no one gave a fuck.
No one gave a fuck.
You understand? So now he's coming up with the assumption that, man, monogamy is way better. I should, because this other stuff, you see what I'm saying?
And that's what I'm saying. That's not how a man speaks, bro.
Right.
That's not how a man speaks. You don't look. What a man does is a man experiences life, and through the experience of life, he learns who he is.
Right.
Right. So, for example, he'll fuck with black chicks. And he'll get whatever race he is, doesn't matter. I'm just saying. Let's just say he fucks with black chicks. So he understands the culture of black people. When he go to the barbecue, the food tastes like this. They talk like this. They live like this. The house smell like fried chicken when he walk in there. That's how black chicks love to go like this. They love to do that. They love to, they know how to ride dick. They good like they taste like this. They feel like this. Okay. Then he fucks with white chicks. And then he says, all right, white chicks is like this. They feel like this. They taste like this. The culture's like this, so on and so forth. And then he takes that knowledge and data, and then he says, I'm going to fuck with a black chick, or I'm going to fuck with a white chick. A boy he probably has experiences, but he doesn't pay attention.
Right. And
then he sits there and says, well, I don't like when black chicks do this. So I'm gonna go with a white chick.
Right.
Do you see the difference?
Right, exactly.
The difference between, well, I'm aware of this and I'm aware of this, and because of who I am, I'm going to choose this. And I move forward positively and authentically and honestly. You got so many people out there, they're like, I don't like this and I don't like that, so I'm going to go choose this over here.
Right.
And it's like, come on, that's not how a man makes a fucking decision, bro. A man does the research by experiencing life and learning who he is through experience. And then when it's all said and done, he makes an informed and authentic choice based on who the fuck he is.
Exactly.
You don't fucking sit there after fucking 1,000 women talking about, well, man, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I think that, maybe being monogamous is probably better than 1,000 women. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. This is ridiculous. And what I'm saying is that type of rhetoric is irresponsible.
Exactly.
Because what it does is that it paints this picture that, and this is what he's essentially saying, and this is where he fucked up. What he's essentially saying is what he was doing was wrong.
And the alternative of what he's saying is right. Do you see what I'm saying? So now, when you're out here doing what you do, and you're trying to make something happen with a chick, right? And then the chick will come to you with some bullshit talking about, wait a second, why do you want to just date around? You should be monogamous. Like, didn't you see that damn Bilzerian video? He had sex with thousands of women, and he realized that was wrong. You know, and he even said monogamy was better. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the stupidity that motherfuckers gonna come up with. Crazy. But let's continue this shit.
Because I think you got two choices. You could just do whatever you want and, be free and allow the women to be free and just use condoms with all the girls and not care about if they hook up with other guys. And it's just purely sexual and whatever. Or I think you can find a girl that you enjoy spending time with and that you actually trust each other.
Wow.
And I think it's hard to have that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's unlikely to find a woman that is going to be okay with you sleeping with other women that actually cares about you for the right reasons.
Yeah, he's
You know what makes me so sad is that how come the people who are so deep in sleep get the most fucking attention?
Because the rest of them asleep too.
Right, exactly. Right. I'm like, this nigga he's so asleep right now. He's like, man, he basically said, I don't think she's gonna go for that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
After fucking 1,000 women, he still don't know how to be upfront with a bitch.
Right. And this goes to show you that fucking a bunch of women, that don't mean you got game. You feel what I'm saying? You see? This is the perfect example right here. Perfect example right here.
I mean, it's highly unlikely that you're going to be able to find a girl that's going to love you for the right reasons and just be okay with you fucking other women. I mean, come on. I don't know.
And you see, he's talking based on assumption. He might as well start a YouTube channel and call it Red Pill something because he's just talking out his ass about what he think is going to happen.
Oh, my nigga, stop. Can anyone just answer me this question? Y'all can call in whatever y'all want. How in the fuck can you fuck thousands of women and still have to make choices about women on assumption?
Right, exactly.
All those experiences you had, homie, and you still don't know.
Right.
You still have to assume. Is anyone listening to this?
Right.
And then
it's crazy. That's the part. He said, well, I think, nigga, shouldn't you know? You've been with more women than damn near 99.9999% of men, and you still don't know? Like, so how asleep was he fucking all these women and dealing with all these women? Like, you still don't know. This is crazy. But let's continue this shit.
Yeah. It is possible if you find a bisexual, very open, whatever, right? I'm not saying it's impossible. It's very unlikely. And I also think that even if the girl is okay with it, I think that you cause internal damage to her. And I found that with Andrea, and that didn't feel good to me. But like I said, I do think that one cool girl that does stuff with you that you actually have a mental connection with, I think the sex is better. I think you're more relaxed. I think you have less things to deal with, less distractions. Your energy is not being pulled in a bunch of different directions.
See, he's telling on himself.
What are we?
He's telling on himself.
You know what? He didn't fuck thousands of women. He got fucked by thousands of women.
Exactly. That's a fact. That's real shit.
Because my body count ain't nowhere near that. But I fucked all of them.
Right.
I fucked all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. He didn't fuck them. They fucked him.
Exactly.
Because he's talking all this shit like, you're being pulled in every which way. And nigga, have any of you ever worked for a company or had a boss and the boss came up to you and said, hey, employee, I'm really stressed out because you're pulling me in all these directions? No, the boss is managing the entire situation. The entire structure is from the CEO or the boss.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you being pulled in all these directions when you're the boss? You understand what I'm saying? How are you saying, well, I don't know what's going on, and she's gonna feel this way, and now I'm feeling this way, when you're the one who's supposed to be the one who orchestrates the entire interaction and situation?
Game, and you looking kind of unfamiliar right now.
Right, when you're the one who is creating the structure, how are you being pulled in a direction? You see what I'm saying? This is what, guys, this is what we talk about when we say that the game isn't about women. Because this nigga fucked all these chicks and he still ain't got no game.
None.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I did that with Andrea the other day, and it made me feel bad, and I think just being pulled in so many directions, I just couldn't understand what was going on. It was awful. It was just awful.
I'm like, yo, what is going on? I thought as a man, you create your own life. That's what I thought. I thought as a man, when you deal with women on your terms. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what the fuck I thought?
That's what I thought. Listen, if you dealing with a chick, right? And she's like, I want to see you on the weekend. And you say, well, you can't see me on the weekend because I got shit to do.
Mm.
The shit that I got to do is not changing because you want to see me on the weekend.
Right.
So basically, you got to adjust to me. I don't have to adjust to you. I'm not being pulled in any direction. I'm doing whatever I was going to do anyway.
Right.
With or without you. You see what I'm saying? So any guys who are being pulled in a certain direction, that means that you ain't got no fucking game because you're being pulled by the women.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of having a structure and you be like, listen, you got to get in where you fit in. You understand what I'm saying? And if you can't fit in, then you can't fit in. And that's that. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, bruh, it's sad out here that niggas is this. And this is these niggas' hero.
And shape up your fucking beard. Shape up your fucking beard, nigga. You too rich, man. Shape up your shit, nigga. Stop it.
Let's continue.
Rich people love to dress like they poor and act like they're like rugged, and you know what I'm saying? But come on, man. Fuck out of here.
The complications of polyamory is the amount of like logistics that you have to, like, if you're in a relationship in some way, even if there's like a hierarchy to the polyamory, it's like you have like 6 different schedules you have to manage. You run a company. There's like trying to do other things.
It's
like
draining.
Yeah.
Like you have to do like a lot.
Guys, it's only draining when you don't have a program. Guys, do you understand how simple it is to date and to maintain shit? Because when you have a program, this is the great thing about having a program. When you have a program, you don't even have to think. Have you guys ever been to a play? You know, when you go to a play, they give you what? A program.
Oh.
It's of what's going to happen in the play.
Exactly.
So all you got to do is look at the program and say, oh, we're at this point and the intermission's about to come up. You don't even have to think.
Bada bop boom pow.
You see what I'm saying? You don't even got to think. So the problem is that these dudes don't have a fucking program. Because when you have a program, you just fit shit into place.
That's it.
That's it. It's not like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I'm so overwhelmed. It's just too much. I just can't. No, everything is already in place. Listen, if you're dating chicks, you know what you do when you get on these online dating sites? You send the same message to every girl.
Mm-hmm.
When the girl responds, you send her the same address to the same place you take every woman to go get a drink or whatever the fuck you do.
Every time.
Right? They come on a date, you say the same fucking shit to every chick.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking about here? Like, man, this is just so overwhelming because Andrea was feeling some type of way when I was talking to Brittany. Like, what are we talking about? I thought you was Dan Bilzerian, right? Don't you got a bazillion women? What the fuck you is crying about Andrea? But then on top of that, you talking about you want to be in a monogamous relationship, but now you crying about the woman that you can't handle at this moment, but you want to actually be in a monogamous. You know what's funny? People don't realize being monogamous is actually more challenging. This is what motherfuckers don't get. It's actually more challenging to be monogamous. You know why? Because you have to actually deny your nature. You know what I'm saying? So you got to sit there and pretend that you don't want to fuck anybody else. Like, imagine how draining that is.
Oh, there was a bankruptcy judgment in 1997, and Dan and Adam's trust was worth around $12 million. So I think they got some type of trust. They got some type of trust fund between him and somebody else named Adam, and it was worth $12 million. And he gambled and turned it into more. They probably gambled and invested and turned it into more.
Right.
He's called a venture capitalist. It says that his current net worth is $100 million.
Crazy. They got all this money. And listen, we might have to DM Dan Bilzerian and be like, nigga, get on the fucking membership. Stop playing.
Oh, well, yeah. See?
Like, stop playing.
All these niggas, bro. What is up with all these niggas, bro?
Stop playing, but let's continue. It's almost done. What?
You have to do like 30 or 50 or 100 or whatever, or you have to, I don't know. In my opinion, I think
I don't know.
We should call him Dan I don't know Bilzerian. That's gonna be his.
Like, I really don't like the dynamic of 3 girls. I think it's like guaranteed to cause conflict.
I don't like the dynamic of 3 girls. It's guaranteed to cause complications because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh my God. All right. So who this? Monogamous player. What's going on with you, man?
Yes, sir. What's up, Miles? What's up, Mr. Lucario? I donated to y'all both. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes, sir. Happy Friday, man.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Hey, and I'm taking a walk. Is the wind hitting the phone?
Oh, no, you good. You good. Appreciate that. Thanks for checking in with the sound. We appreciate that. But you sound good. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah. Real quick, I just want to give a testimony because you and Mr. Lucario, y'all just gave out a gym, right? And y'all basically said the way to go. Like, you're right. A lot of guys make the mistake of, okay, when they're having sex with a lot of women, but there's still that void or there's still that emptiness that's not fulfilled, then they automatically think that, okay, it's the other way, which is monogamous. And then they rush into a relationship, get in it too fast. Then I don't care if you're doing everything right and you're in a relationship with the wrong person, it's not going to go well.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Or it's going to end at some point. You see what I'm saying? So then they back in the middle and then they go back to doing what they was doing. So they never really get to learn the lesson, right? And I was there one time in my life. So y'all said this. Y'all said that the main thing is having a program, right? See, when you don't have a program, you could be one of these dick a bitch down niggas that can smash a whole bunch of females. But if you don't have a program, it's going to be a lot of pump and dump situations automatically because there's no consistency on your end.
Right.
If there's no consistency on your end, a lot of times a woman is going to already make an assumption that, oh, he don't like me. He don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And they just basically fade off. You see what I'm saying? So I was dealing with that a lot in my life when I was a little younger and I was having sex with a lot of females, but at the same time, I was like, damn, I don't really have no consistency on my end. So then when I did get in a relationship, because I didn't have a program, I was getting in a relationship too fast. You see what I'm saying? So then that went down. But then when I found y'all and I realized, oh, it's the program. See, I'm going to be honest. Monogamy and polyamorous and all that is really the same or very similar when you have a program.
Right.
Because I'm in a monogamous relationship right now with a son, with a foundation, with a woman, right? But it's very similar to when I was dating multiple women because I had a program that I was running.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I was able to see the similarities. So whether you want a monogamous relationship eventually, or whether you want multiple women or polyam, whatever you want, the program is the way to go. But if you don't have the program, then either things is going to happen too fast or things is going to fizzle off because things is not consistent.
Real talk.
What is y'all take on that?
Real talk. No, I agree. That's the thing. The program is the most important thing because the program is the thing that keeps things on track and keep things running smooth. And if you don't have that, then you're going to be pulled in all these different directions because you basically have no stance on anything. So imagine a guy like him dealing with thousands upon thousands of women. How much you want to bet he was in situations where he was having these parties and yacht things and shit was just all over the place, getting out of control. You understand what I'm saying? And he's just kind of like in the middle of it, not knowing what the fuck is going on, not knowing what to do. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Now, Mr. Lucario, now, I just want the people that's listening, whenever somebody is talking about, I smashed 1,000 women, like some weird number like that, or whatever the case may be, kind of really take that with a grain of salt, especially when they speaking rhetoric just like that dude was speaking, right? Because I even did the math, because I already know that if he's messing with 1,000 women, he's ditching out money somewhere. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's directly or indirectly. So this is it. All the thousands of women that he messed with, he spent $100 on them. Whether he took them out on a date or he gave them the money directly. 1,000 times 100 is 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
You literally spent $100,000 on females that's gone.
Right.
So that lets me know that that's a lie. You see what I'm saying? I probably smashed maybe like 90 to 100 women in my life. And I do way more game than that. You see what I'm saying? So once again, like when dudes be saying stuff like that, unless you can tell by the way they walk, the way they speak, cool. But a lot of guys, when they say stuff like that, I take it with a grain of salt because I smash a fraction of that and I know way more game than that. You see what I'm saying? But that's all I want to say, guys. Thank y'all so much for the opportunity. Everybody have a great weekend. God bless.
All right. Take it easy, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the support. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Real talk. And that's a good point. The whole thing of like, it's really strange that you would be around this many women and not learn nothing. Like, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so insane. But let's continue. This shit almost done.
I don't think the girl's going to be happy. Maybe two could work if they're.
Wait, let me back it up just a smidget. Because I want to hear this part where he's saying this shit. Let me back it up a smidget.
It's like guaranteed to cause competition. I don't think the girl's going to be happy. Maybe two could work if they were into each other. Maybe, but then, if you're just hanging out with one, the other one's just sitting there. Like, I don't know.
See, he keeps saying maybe, I'm not sure. He's theorizing. And then he says, I'll be doing this, and one will just be what? Sitting there. So if she's just sitting there, what is that saying? That means that you don't have a program.
Right.
So that you don't know how, if you're going to deal with multiple women or make shit happen, you don't actually have shit in place for your woman, for the things that your women are supposed to be doing, which means you're not a leader. You see what I'm saying? See, guys, when you have game, you pick up on this and catch this type of shit. Because he's like, oh, she's just going to be sitting there. How many women do you think Dan Bilzerian had just sitting there? Because he had no program. He was just like, oh yeah, Leah, he called up whatever escort service that he got all his hoes from. He's like, yeah, bring them over and we're going to have photo shoots and I'm going to fuck these girls, whatever. But he don't really have no program. So now he has all this shit going on, but he doesn't know what to do because he's not a leader.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm like, how you have all of these chicks in your presence and all they're doing is just being there.
Right.
Like, what is this thing where you have all these women taking up all this space for what? You understand what I'm saying? So if this is for the image that you're trying to portray, then I get it. But at the same time, if you're talking about all this shit right here, then it basically shows that what you was doing was for nothing then.
Facts.
Because if this is the result of what you was doing, why the fuck was you doing it in the first place?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? This shit is stupid.
It's dumb, bro.
This shit's stupid, man. Well, let's continue. This almost done.
I haven't found too many dynamics that were super successful long term. Short term, I have, but not for any like indefinite period of time.
See, he said, and that's the last thing he said. I haven't found anything that worked out long term. So how the fuck you know about monogamy or being in a monogamous relationship? You see what I'm saying? So
that's
he
why we call it real game, no theory.
Right, exactly. He's just talking out his ass. You see what I'm saying?
And quick shout out to Mutabazi for the $10 PayPal. Shout out to Mutabazi for the $10 PayPal.
You said, Lakar, you think they're all escorts? More than half of them was most likely escorts. You understand? Or what it is that there's people that he probably called or set all that shit up for him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's not like he was hollering at chicks in the DM or they just hit him up out of the blue and was like, oh yeah, come on. No, it's because you have women that want the clout, want to be around the situation, right? And so they come through. It's almost like, it's like, you know, like when a kid goes to amusement park. That's basically what it was. Dan Bilzerian was an amusement park for bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's all it was. So just like you go to the music park, you ride the rides, you eat some cotton candy, you fucking go on a roller coaster, and then you go to fuck home. You understand what I'm saying? And so in this situation, it's like women who are, you know, trying to be influencers, models, you know, nightlife chicks. So they got the connection and say, hey, you know Dan Bilzerian? They're like, oh yeah, I know about him. Do you want to go on his yacht this weekend? Yeah, that sounds good.
Right.
And then they just go there and do the shit.
They'd be like, that sounds awesome for sure.
Right, exactly.
That's that new shit. All these young chicks, for sure. Yacht for sure. Yeah, let's go on the yacht for sure. and Dan is over there like, do you guys like me? And they're like, for sure, we like you. For sure.
They're like, what are we gonna do today? He's like, I don't know. Just I don't know.
I don't know. Can we go on the yacht? And he's like, yeah, let's go on the yacht. Yeah, for sure. I feel these niggas, bro. Bad.
This shit wild, bro.
And the sad part is these kids. These kids. Look, I already know. Okay. It's a good, I would say like 60 to 70% of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all not down for this player life.
Right, exactly.
You understand? Because truth be told, this is where a lot of the resentment for bitches come from in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of you stupid niggas thought looks, money, and status was going to get you a wife.
Right.
Like, where do you think all these fucked up experiences come from that these niggas complain about? Where do you think all this gold digger shit comes from that these niggas complain about? Where do you think all this hypergamy shit comes from that all these niggas complain about?
Right.
It started with these dumb motherfuckers getting their quote unquote money up, trying to find women that would like them for who they were, but realize, oh shit, these bitches only like me for my money.
Exactly.
And then they complain.
Exactly.
And then you young niggas join the internet and then listen to them.
Right.
And you think that's how it works. And then guys like us, we actually believe in ourselves and we lead with ourselves. We tell women what to do.
Mm-hmm.
We influence women. We give women instruction.
Right.
You understand? Shout out to Ella Roger Curry. We grew up under cats like that, where it's like, yo, be honest with the chick. Let the chick know what you really want. So you can know for sure if a bitch is down or not.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You dudes have been missing.
So I'm looking at this thing right here. Go ahead.
He said, so clout beats game. How can you get a flock of...
He said, how come game can't get you a flock of women?
But that's the beautiful part about game. Game can get you a flock of women. What are you talking about?
What do you think? You think I pulled this book out my ass? You understand what I'm saying?
The only difference between what we saying and what Dan Bilzerian is doing is that the flock will be in allegiance to us.
Exactly.
His flock don't like him.
Yeah, exactly. I challenge you this. I will send you $5,000, Dan. If you could find me a video of me or Miles talking the same shit Dan Bilzerian talked in his video. Isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting that you have never seen us talk like he's talking?
Well, I don't know.
Like, why is it that you haven't heard us say, I was all girls, and now I feel this way, and I think it's better to like just have one woman because, like, where you heard us talking like that. Let's go with the call. Let's go.
I think this is Monogamous calling back. What's going on with you?
Oh yeah, and guys, because I'm listening to the show. There's one more thing that I just want to say because y'all just brought up another good point.
Okay.
But just understanding the program, right? Because a lot of guys, they always talk about flocks and multiple women and a lot of bitches or whatever, right? But when you have a program, you realize that your tribe is way better than just a flock of women.
Mm.
Right.
That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Your tribe, yes. The women that fuck with you. Facts.
That's what it's about.
You just said it. You said that the flock of women that's acquiescing to what you're doing.
Exactly.
So that's your tribe.
That's your tribe.
You see what I'm saying? But guys just focus on just the flock of women.
Exactly.
Right.
Man. But thank you.
I appreciate you.
Right. Because you know what it is? This is what people don't understand is that if, let's say, for example, Dan Bilzerian's on a yacht or his yacht or whatever, he invites a bunch of girls to come through. The girls are partying, drinking, all this other goofy shit. The entire experience that he's experiencing and watching and looking at this go down, it's a constant reminder to him that it's not about him. So he's constantly being reinforced that he is not it. Every time he fucks one of these girls, every time he's taking a picture of one of these girls, every time he's in a situation where somebody wants to interview him about him being Dan Bilzerian, it's a constant reminder that he's not it. It's the material that is it. So it's reinforcing to him his own insecurity.
Right.
This is what people don't understand. So anytime, this is why tricking is not good. Because every time you trick, you're telling your subconscious, I cannot be desirable or get sex unless I'm paying, which means that I am not desirable on my own. Every time you do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you see, when you take action, you're not taking action in a vacuum. So every action you take is also talking about the opposite. So if you're in a situation where women desire you based on your masculine identity, what you're also saying is, I don't need all this other bullshit to be desirable. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. That's how it works.
Exactly.
When you have game and a woman is fucking with you because of who you are, then it's also saying, I don't need a fancy car. I don't need money to get women. I don't need to be 6'5" with a 6-pack.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is what we're trying to tell you. This is why we say, this is why we get you to understand how important game is. Because when you have game, it's showing you that you don't need that because you're already getting it by being you. You see what I'm saying? But if you're using all these other things, what you're saying is, I need these other things because I can't get it by being me. You see what I'm saying? And this is why you have guys who are filthy rich, right? And had all the pussy in the world. And they're on a podcast talking about, well, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, that's crazy. All the shit that these niggas told y'all needed, right? The nigga who has the ultimate shit that y'all niggas thought you needed, the looks, money, and status, and he's sitting there complaining, crying about, well, I thought, monogamy would just be better, because you know what I'm saying? Like this is, I've had sex with thousands of women. I just don't. It's like, bruh. And see, this is what happens, right? When you're in a situation where things have become normalized to you, right? And so what happens is that he even said it in the video. He said, I imagined how awesome this would be. Then he got in the situation. So now, because he was in the situation on a consistent basis, it became normalized. So now that became his new normal.
Right.
Became his new normal. It's not really that impressive anymore to him because it's like, oh, this is just what I was doing all this whole time. And then when he realizes what's actually going on, is he's like, damn, these women are just here for the clout and the money. And so that's reinforcing that he's not the guy, he's not it, which keeps reinforcing that insecurity. And that's why he's on the podcast talking like how he's talking and sounding like how he's sounding. Like he doesn't sound like a man who's sure of himself.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you would think, and this is the thing, he has all of the traits that society says you need in order to be that guy. You understand what I'm saying? Because they be like, oh, he has the looks, he's fit, right? He has the money, millionaire. He has the status. He's Dan Bilzerian. Everybody knows what he is, right? And let's throw in the fact he's white.
Thank you. I just wanted to.
Right. Let's throw that in.
I mean, let's not look. I ain't trying to be racist, but let's not forget how important that is in America. Seriously.
Right. So he has all the things. But he's sitting there.
Wait, oh shit. This should be moving on you, including a mullet.
A mullet, exactly. He has all the things. And he's still like, I just don't know. I just feel like, I kind of think maybe monogamy is better.
Yeah, it might be better, be pulling so many different directions there. And,
You know what it sounds like too? You know when a person thinks that they sick of their job, so they think being an entrepreneur will be better. Like they have a little fit. One day they're like, man, fuck this job, man. I should work for myself. That'll be way better. And it's like, nigga, you don't know nothing about that. You just feeling a certain type of way right now. That's why you saying that bullshit. That's what Dan Bilzerian is doing.
Exactly.
Like he's just feeling a certain type of way right now.
Exactly, because he's feeling a certain type of way because these chicks treat him like shit because they know that they don't really like him for him.
Right. It's crazy. I'm telling you guys. Listen.
But, hey guys, call in, man. Call in. I know a lot of you looks, money, and status niggas want to debate, man. Please call in, man. Let's talk it out, man. Let's talk it. Come on, guys. Come on, talk it out.
Call the numbers 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392 is the number. If you have a question, put a Q in the chat. So we get some of these questions. So this one says, but is he really wrong? Is it a matter of perspective in my eyes? I'm confused. Douglas, you got to call in or reiterate that. I don't know what you're saying specifically.
Yeah, Douglas, call in, bro.
It says, ever notice that PUAs have to have a name with an edge to it, like danger or mystery? You never see a PUA with names like Nervous Ray or Mike the what? What are you talking about, Courtney? You be asking the weirdest ass questions or shit. I don't understand what you're talking about. If I have a chick over to my place, do I still got to be direct, or can I play "Freak Me" by Silk, "Do Me" by Belle Biv DeVoe, and "Sex You Up" by Color Me Bad music in the background? This nigga, Courtney, you're killing me right now.
Courtney, you gotta play. Fuck, what's that shit where the kids when the kids sing over the popular 100 songs? Kid Bop. You got to play Kid Bop. That's what you got to play.
Oh shit.
Kid Bop and Barney. You got to play Barney. I love you. 870. You are on live with Lacari Miles. Name, age, city. Where did you send your support for the show? 870.
Atlanta.
Hi, sir. What's going on? Name, age, city. Where did you send your support for the show? Okay.
Niggas. Guys.
Right. Make sure y'all call in, all right? Call in, all right?
Donate and call in. Donate and then call in. You feel what I'm saying? Odugolex was saying, I asked about it regarding the title before the live stream started. Not possible for me to call. Oh, because he's saying, I guess he's saying, is it the matter of perspective is if it's better or worse, or, better than sleeping with 1,000 women? Well, the thing is, it can be your perspective, but you have to have experienced it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So meaning, the only way Dan Bilzerian can actually say that in a way that's meaningful is you would have had to actually been in a monogamous relationship for an extended period of time, which I'm sure he hasn't. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't come to that conclusion where, oh, well, this is better than that when you haven't been in it. And on top of that, we know, and we see that it's him doing that based on his experience of fucking with thousands of women expecting other shit.
Right.
So it's not like he's saying it in in the context of, hey, I tried all this stuff. I've researched this. I've been in a monogamous relationship for like 15 years and I was fucking 1,000 women. And now I've realized based on what I've experienced, this I feel like is better than this because of these reasons. You see what I'm saying? All that happened was he fucked thousands of women. He realized these women didn't give a shit about him after the fact. And now he thinks that he would have had a better time being in a monogamous relationship.
Exactly.
A whole different fucking thing. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. Let me see. Hold on. It says, should you add a girl on multiple social media platforms? What do you mean, Dawson? That's a very vague question. You see what I'm saying? So call in. Some of y'all need to call in with these questions, man, because y'all just be saying shit. We don't know the context of nothing. It said, you believe he did 9 women a day? A well-known porn star said in his prime he could do 5 a day, and he said he was a beast and very few guys could do what he did. Well, it depends, because it depends on what you mean by doing it. You understand? Because he could have fucked one girl and then just like was chilling on the sofa and got his dick sucked for like 3 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? That's another girl he'll probably add to it or whatever. Fucked another girl for 2 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? So it just all depends. You see what I mean? It all depends. Because if you're in these situations and you're, let's say, in a mansion or some situation and it's you and like 50 women hanging out for 8 hours. And, you feel what I'm saying? And, you know, shit could go down. So is this the son of the Dos Equis bear guy? No.
Good question. He does kind of look like him, no lie.
So do you think a man that's having sex with a bunch of chicks that only want them for money, like Dan, is better off than a guy who can't attract women at all due to lack of game? Well, I would say this. It's only better the guy who's fucking with the money if he knows and he accepts that that's what it is. You understand? Because there's a lot of guys who, because the only reason he's even feeling this way to an extent is because he's come to the realization of it after the fact. You understand? Meaning that he was doing the situation, he thought it was cool at the time or whatever, but as time went on, as he reflects, he's like, oh shit, you know, I just was with all this shit and it didn't really mean anything, but he should have recognized that the whole time. Mm-hmm. So like, see, the thing is this, as long as you're aware, right, then you're good. The problem is that when you're not aware, that's where the danger comes in. Because when you're not aware, you assume or you expect or you want what doesn't exist. And then you're frustrated because if you're doing all of this, because let's say Dan was like, man, you know, this would be cool. This will make me happy. And then he was fucking all these girls, being on these yachts. And he's like, shit, I'm still not happy because he was doing it to be happy instead of doing it just to enjoy himself.
Right.
And that's the danger. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're just not really aware of what's going on. It's crazy. Let me see what other joints. Is it quite hard to know the joy and pain of Dan, Future, Drake, or any of them when we don't have the status, money, etc.? Maybe it gets old and they want a normal life again. Well, this is the thing. Again, listen, we understand what the fuck is going on. You understand? Because what happens is that when you have game, you have the perspective.
Sorry.
At the wrong times. But let's take the call. I'm gonna go back to that because I'm gonna do this question again. But let's take the call.
Okay. All right. 973, you are on live with Lakari and Miles. Name, age, city. Where did you send your support?
Hello?
973? 973? Did they just call in to interrupt you? That's it?
All right, for real. Like he just hung up and shit. Jesus.
No, he's still there, but I'm not hearing nothing.
973, take yourself off mute. What's going on with your fam?
All right, going once. Going twice. All right. I don't know. Guys, call in, please. Just
y'all motherfuckers is wild out here today. So basically what it is this, right? When you understand how that women are responding to you because they actually care, you know the difference between that and a woman who's responding to a man based on what he has. You understand? It's like night and day. And so a lot of times what happens is when you hear guys complain, oh man, she's a gold digger. You know, she just wanted me for my money. She used me for this and all that. Right? What happens is that you understand that those women don't like those guys. The problem is some guys' self-esteem is so low that they would rather have a woman use them than to have nothing at all. And it's sad.
Exactly.
So this is why you have guys that continue to still fuck with chicks, even though they know the women aren't really into them.
Right.
But it takes a toll on them after the fact, because what happens is they actually see women dealing with guys that the women actually love. And that shit stings. So you're like, shit. So then it becomes a thing where a Dan Bilzerian, a Drake, or whoever, a Future, whoever is dealing with these women, they see a regular dude with his girl.
Exactly.
They want that. They're like, oh shit, like how come I can't get that shit?
Imagine a guy like Dan Bilzerian, Drake, Future, any one of these niggas, they got bitches rolling through.
Right.
Rolling through. And then one of their associates or their friends or somebody they might be doing a business deal with, some regular ass nigga making 6 figures.
Right.
And he might see how that woman responds to that man.
Mm-hmm.
And she don't even look twice at Dan. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he probably go to a business meeting or a dinner or some shit or some event.
Mm-hmm.
He sees the dude, the 6-figure dude, regular working class nigga, and his wife is all over him, kissing on him and giggling and loving on him and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan Bilzerian is in a fucking VIP section with 20 bitches.
Right.
And all of them is like this.
Exactly right.
Not one of them is looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
The regular ass working class nigga. His woman is got her leg over his leg, rubbing on his chest and whispering to him and giggling and shit, and smacking her on her ass when she gets up to go to the bathroom. And you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Dan Bilzerian, he's not gonna have that.
Right.
He try to smack one of them chicks on their ass, they're gonna charge him sexual harassment and battery or some shit. You understand? He gonna be in court the next day. He can't even touch them bitches.
Right.
Until they come back to the crib. And they probably gotta sign an NDA saying they want to fuck.
Right.
It ain't no real life. It ain't no real life. But all these niggas think that's what it is. And the only reason why you feel that way now is because your dick is dry.
Right.
You understand? And again, it's you choose A not because you really want to choose A. You choose A because you don't like B or because you're afraid of B. Anonymous, name, age, city. Where did you send your support?
Old videos up there, I probably got to take down because they too personal. You know, this is like before.
Yo, what's up with these niggas? Yo, going once, twice. God.
Some of these callers today, y'all motherfuckers is wild. You know what it is? You know what I notice every time when we spit something that really hits home, niggas be trolling. Because you know what it is? They don't like the fact that we are dispelling the fucking myths.
Yeah. We're killing their dreams, a lot of them.
Yeah, we're killing the looks, money, status dream. You understand what I'm saying? so niggas don't like that shit.
You mean even if I get all my looks, money, and status up, I still can't get what I want from women? Oh my God.
Right. That's what happens, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. All right, let me see what some of these questions. It says, could it be the F-boy lifestyle is getting old? Something him on something. What's TP? Him or the lifestyle is not who he really is. Well, the thing is, again, see, a lot of these people get into these situations based on assumption, right? He assumed that, doing these things would make him happy or give him some sort of benefit outside of just doing the thing.
Right.
Because my thing was with this, like, this is what I always thought about him. When I used to see the pictures with him and doing all this other crazy shit, I used to say to myself, so is he, what was the point? Was he selling a product? Was he marketing for specifically like a specific thing? Because didn't he have like some product he was selling at some point or something? like I was like, what was the point really?
Yeah.
Was it just for attention? Just for people to talk and say, oh, look at this guy with all these women? Like, what was the point?
That's what I'm saying, because he could have just been rich and chilling, but he decided to be rich and then put all his shit out there on social media.
Yeah.
So that, in a way, says to me that he's just seeking attention and validation, man.
Yeah. So I was like, well, what's really the point? What was the actual point? Because the thing is that, usually what happens is that if you're doing all these things, right, you're doing it to sort of garner attention to make some money or something. Right? To sell a certain product, to get to a mass of people because you have something to sell them.
Right.
So I'm like, so you're just taking a picture with a bunch of women on yachts and planes and doing all this other shit just so people could like say, oh, you're Dan Bilzerian? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then so this is where this whole like, oh, well, I don't know, blah, blah, is just like him just doing shit just to do it.
Right.
And again, that goes with having no program. You see what I'm saying? Because see, the thing is, a lot of guys look at that shit and are impressed by that shit because they're comparing their lives to his life.
Exactly.
But now you see this shit and you're like, wow, so, it really sucks like that? You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, it's hilarious because this is the hero, and the hero is telling you all the time you wasted idolizing me, and I ain't shit.
I ain't shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Well, yeah, I don't know, I don't know.
Right. And now he sends you back to the fucking reality, and then you're stupid enough to think, well, I guess I should get into a monogamous relationship then. You see what I'm saying? It's like they still didn't get the point. They still listening to the fucking dumbass. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, this shit wild, bro. This shit wild. You said, could it be because the submissive that he has these views? What? Because he's submissive that he has these views. I mean, well, I don't really necessarily know if he's submissive or not. Like, but the nigga, he's
look. Based on the rules of the game, a man can't truly be submissive.
Mm-hmm.
A man just don't know what the fuck he want. That's why he keeps saying, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't know what the fuck he wants.
Right.
But he's not submissive. He's just misguided.
Exactly.
You understand? That's just a man without direction, a man without truth, a man without no fucking masculine identity. That's what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm. Real talk.
So the answer to the question is because he's not, isn't it? Yeah, he's just misguided. He's not submissive.
Mm-hmm. Real talk. Okay, so it says, control your mind, don't let it control you. Does this statement mean to only focus? Oh, real quick.
All right, we got another anonymous, name, age, city. Where did you send support?
Riding with you in the car. Next we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about news because some kids got the motherfucking blues.
These niggas is weirdos today. How does that? It's weird. How does that happen at some point? So like it's always some show at some point where a bunch of fuck niggas be calling in. It's like these dudes is weirdos. But anyway, it says control your mind, don't let it control you. Does this statement mean to only focus on what's want to make happen and not fear-based thinking? Well, yeah. Well, the thing is that you control what you focus on. You decide whether or not to be grateful or not. You decide whether to look at something and look at the positives instead of the negatives. You decide that shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's really all that is about. You understand? So he says, Lucari and Miles, do y'all believe in soulmates or soul ties and why? No. I do not believe in soul ties and soulmates and all that other bullshit, because even the thinking about the concept of a soul tie and a soulmate, right, is still it's in the realm of thinking about separateness.
Right.
Saying, because we're all one anyway.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, all our souls are connected, really. So what's the point of a soulmate?
Right. We're all our souls are tied together anyway. So
I mean, like in my perspective, do we have people that we get along with or are more compatible with? Yeah, you could say that, but a soulmate, like what the fuck is that?
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And a lot of that has to do with ego, because it's like, oh, I want to find the one, and the one has found me, and we did all this, like, stop it.
And Kobe fan, I'm assuming you're a dude. Why the fuck are you like? Why are you like certain things? I'm like, if you're a guy, you shouldn't even be asking about that shit, man.
Right, exactly. And guys, call up 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. Call up. We got maybe like a half an hour left, so call up and so we can answer your questions. And if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. This says, when a chick is feeling you, why doesn't she ask for your number? Let me ask you a question. Okay, so when you're feeling a chick, why don't you let her fuck you in the ass with a dildo? I'm just saying, why don't you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're feeling her, why don't you let her fuck you in the ass?
Yes. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So the thing is, she don't ask for your number because you're the one who's supposed to lead. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to lead. That's why. It's that simple. You understand what I'm saying? It's that simple. So this is a common theme I've noticed with some people that reach wealth, stardom, etc., have reached the point of bottom. It is due to them not knowing it can get fake up there or lack of self. Well, yeah, that happens too. You got a lot of bullshit going on in the industry and shit like that, and all of the fakeness. Because even all that stuff that you would see on his Dan Bilzerian's Instagram and all that shit, it's all fake. A lot of the stuff you see online, people posing and trying to make a picture look a certain way to present a certain narrative. It's all fake. You see what I'm saying? And you see how fake it is when he's talking all of this shit. You see what I mean? Like this video that we showed, this does not sound like a guy.
Right. I'm not answering any more anonymous calls.
Right.
Doing it.
So guys, call up. No anonymous calls. 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392 is the number. So call up and get that shit cracking. He said, did you see the video with Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young? They paid. Was that more anonymous? These niggas is weirdos. They paid $100 to $50 to $250 to sleep with celebrities. What? What happened? What? So you saying they paid $150 to $200 to sleep with celebrities? So Gilbert Arenas and Nick Young did that? Is that what you're saying? That's crazy. Wow. Oh, you're on mute.
What? Sorry, what happened to looks, money, and status? Why are they still paying for bitches?
Exactly.
Golly.
Wait, hold on. Is Palm Trees getting in his feelings? You serious? Palm Trees, call up, man. Call up. Don't get in your don't get mad because I told you, do you want a woman to fuck you in the ass? Don't get mad. Listen, you guys got to understand, these are teachable moments. That should have taught you everything you needed to know right there.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, don't get in your feelings. Come on.
He's like, don't know what to do. He's like, he said he talking about the chat. Call up palm trees.
I don't know. This anonymous dude to keep butt dialing or something. I don't know.
Listen, if the anonymous nigga call up and talk, nigga, stop being a bitch, yo. Just call up and talk, nigga. Stop. Oh my goodness. Crazy. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, guys, call in and put in questions. But at the end of the day, man, you guys gotta understand that when it comes to this game, right? If you are not authentic and being you, right? And you're faking the funk and thinking that, you're going to really attract what's right for you by your looks, money, and status and all this surface level shit.
Right.
You're going to be in the same fucking spot as Del Bilzerian. Because there ain't no way in hell this guy should be in this situation or this dynamic thinking the way he's thinking. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Come on. Down with me. I don't know,
Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Let me see this other question right here. If you feel when approaching a woman, won't she recognize that you're nervous and come to the conclusion that you're faking it? Wait, what? I'm confused. If you feel when you're approaching a woman, what do you mean if you feel? What are you talking about? Call in.
You probably use the word like if you feel nervous or if you feel.
Yeah, reword that or some shit. I don't know what to tell you. I'm confused by what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know. But guys, man, call in, leave a question, leave a Q in the chat. Oh, he said if you're faking confidence. So he's faking confidence. How do you get that from Phil? That's crazy. So he's saying if you're faking confidence when you approach, won't you recognize that you're nervous and come to the conclusion that you're faking it? Well, the thing is, you can't really fake confidence. So all you're really doing is you're trying to do that, but you're not. It's like you're doing some other shit because confidence can't be faked. So you can't fool anyone to think you're confident.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so she'll be able to.
All right, we got 372. You're on live with Lakari Miles. Name, age, city, and where did you send your support?
Hello, gentlemen. Mohammed, Germany. Sent it on PayPal.
All right, Mohammed, Germany. All right, what's up, man?
What's going on?
A question about masculinity in general.
Uh-huh.
It seems like my masculinity has a tax on it. I'm trying to avoid it or maybe hide it or not be all the time in my really masculine self because something in my mind doesn't want it to let out. I have suffered maybe some consequences from it in the past, losing relationships and contact with people because my side, what I think is my really masculine side, is kind of brutal, heartless, doesn't care about anything and anyone. And that's the question. Is it really this is my side that I need to let go, that I need to or show all the time, be all the time and say fuck everything, or a little bit of compromise to gain some more things in life?
So give us an example.
An example of it, when I am in my true self, or what I think is my really true masculine self, I just don't care. I just don't care about anybody, anything. Not a close friend, not a family member, nothing. I really don't care.
Okay, so wait, stop. So let's explore this. Let's really see if you don't care. So if you don't care, then why do you care? Because you just said that you want to soften something or do something to get more things coming your way. So if you don't care, why do you care about the family members coming your way?
Because losing it is also losing resource and losing.
But
losing something. I see it as
But you say you don't care though.
And when I don't care like what happens to them in my true self, or at some parts of my life I used to be this way, and I felt free because I felt like myself. But I don't really want to lose them because I'm still losing something. I'm seeing it as a loss.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. What is it that you feel you're losing?
I guess the bond or some sort of resource that I'm losing. I wouldn't have anybody in this world, I guess.
So you care about the bond that you have with these people. So what is it? So why do you think you're not bonding with these people?
Because I'm a selfish in my nature. Like
so that's what I'm saying. Give me a specific example of you being selfish and that affecting the bond between you and your family or whoever. Give me a specific example. So I need you to say, I was talking to my cousin and they wanted me to do this. And I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that shit. But like, give me an example in your real life.
Yeah. I moved out of a city where my family members were. Although I could have stayed, but I said to myself, no, I'm moving out because I'm going to study somewhere else. I don't care. It's all relationships anyways are just temporary. People are temporary. My goals are more important. I just let everything go. Also, a relationship with a woman, I let it go. I just went by this decision. It felt after a while as a loss. Although I was free, I felt free doing it. But then after a while, when I lost many relationships like this, just moving or doing something away from people. Oh no, I'm doing this alone. Leave me alone. I just lost many relationships like this, and I felt after a while, oh, maybe I should not have done this. Maybe I should have cared a little bit about people and a little bit more about family and stuff.
Okay, so Cole, you ever heard of the saying, you can't have your cake and eat it too?
Yeah.
Right. So this is basically what the situation is. So if you really, really are like, you know what, my priority is to do this thing that I'm doing, and by you doing that thing, that's going to cause you to lose a connection with your family or whoever, then that's what it's going to have to be. Because what I'm trying to tell you is that sometimes you can't have both. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the part of being a man, is understanding that. So if you say, I stand on this thing, and by me standing on this thing, I may lose this other thing, then so be it. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you don't want to lose that thing, right? Then what happens is that you can probably have that thing, but it's going to come at a cost to who you are. Because then now you're going to have to set aside a part of you to gain that thing. So it's either I'm fully me and there's a chance I won't have this thing, or I'll have this thing, but I can't fully be me. So you got to choose which one you want to do, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I've chosen me for a while, a long time. And now after, I don't know, it might be age, might be weakness, maybe, might be I'm looking around and saying, damn it, I need more bonds with people, need more relationships. I've been working and doing and achieving goals alone, but it seems like it's not really the fulfillment that I really want. So
wait. So you want to change things because you're seeking fulfillment, right?
Yeah. Well, I that's what I wanted the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. So don't you see that you're still being selfish? Because everything we do is of self-interest.
Right.
For ourselves. Yeah. True.
So what do we do? So Carla, what are we really talking about then?
Semantics, I guess. It's semantics. I mean, your question to me is just showing me it's just semantics. Even the relationships I'm building with people now, it's for me. Even my family's relationship is for me, and in the end, that's true. Absolutely. Exactly. But yeah,
Exactly.
even if I had to change for it, I'm really changing
You're
for
still
myself.
changing
Is that
for
what
your,
you're saying?
exactly. So stop. So you really just need to see the truth and then ask yourself, who am I and what do I want? That's really it. Who am I? What do I want? Once you can honestly answer those questions, then everything will reveal itself to you, because everything you do is selfish any fucking way. Do you understand it?
Right.
True.
Because here's and this is the reason why. This is the reason why. Like we have a T-shirt that says "selfish" on thebadboystyle.com, and the philosophy of selfish is that whether or not you benefit other people, that's literally just like that's like by default. That's like by accident.
Right.
Everything we do in this life, every choice we make in this life, we need to be honest with ourselves and make the choice because it speaks to who we are.
Mm-hmm.
So if you consider yourself a person who believes that family is important, then by all means, do what you need to do to nurture the relationships with your family. If you're a person that you're like, fuck that, I'm trying to get my money, I'm trying to get my career right, then focus on your career and get your money right, bro. Because check this out, either way, because if you don't want to get your money right and just focus on your family will love you for it, but then they're gonna complain that you broke.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then if you choose the other way, oh, well, I got a rich cousin, but he never comes around. So either way, they're going to fucking complain. You still got to do what you got to do for you.
Mm-hmm.
True.
You understand? So don't lie to yourself, bro. We're all selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to make the right decision, because at the end of the day, if you make a decision which is by default selfish, but you think you're doing it for other people, and then the reciprocation and validation that you seek doesn't come back to you from those people, you're going to be pissed off.
Exactly.
And you're going to resent them when you're supposed to be resenting yourself for not being honest with yourself in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That's a fact. Because the thing is that you have to decide what you want to do, and then you also have to accept what comes with what you want to do.
Right.
So if you're doing a certain thing and you're saying, man, well, because I'm doing this thing, I'm sort of pushing these people away, then you have to accept that. And then if you say, well, you know what, I'm going to do something else that's bringing people together or bringing people closer to me to bond with me, but then I feel like I'm stifled because I'm kind of doing things that I may not necessarily want to do to get it. You have to accept that too. Yeah. Understand either way you go, you're still doing it for, like Miles said, for your own benefit, because you want something out of the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it.
Right. You just gotta understand which you gotta pick your poison. That's what I'm saying.
Pick the poison. That's why I like to call you guys. I mean, you're holding the perspective, holding the mirror to me, and showing me another perspective that I could really see.
Right.
I mean, I just appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You're helping me a lot, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling. You have any other questions?
That's it. Have a good day. Thanks.
All right, man. Enjoy your weekend, and thanks for the call. Did we check if he donated?
Yeah, he donated. I saw it.
Donated. It's fucking anonymous again. You.
This nigga's a moron. Just fucking.
That's why your mother's pregnant with your baby.
These niggas is the worst, bro. Let me see. Okay, where we got? I think we got some more questions. Said I turn down more girls than I hook up with because I don't want to fuck women I don't genuinely like. Well, I regret not taking more risks when I get older. Nigga, we can't answer that for you. How the fuck we know you're gonna regret certain things? It's the thing. So if you're saying you turning down more girls and you hook up with because I don't want to fuck women I don't genuinely like, so then don't fuck them. You feel what I'm saying? Don't fuck them then, if that's the case. You understand? So, and the thing is, ask yourself, what makes me want to fuck a chick? So if what makes you want to fuck a chick is you fucking chicks because you like them, then that's what you do. Which should be also saying, I am not going to fuck chicks I genuinely don't like because that's just not what I do.
Right.
That's it. That is it. You said, is joining the memberships considered coaching, or is it the one-on-one sessions that count as coaching? It's really the one-on-one sessions. So the memberships is more detailed, specific instruction, but the coaching is based on your specific situation. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
One-on-one, it's based on your specific situation. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. He said, how can we have an authentic identity if our personas are fake, referencing the live stream from last week? Well, you got to understand that your persona is fake in the grand scheme of everything, the universe, right? But your persona in the material world is still real, which is why, like, that's the reason to have the persona. But in the universe, it doesn't really exist. It's just like if you're watching, a movie, right? You watch fucking Marvel comics and shit. You see Robert Downey Jr. playing Iron Man or whatever, right? Iron Man is the persona. You understand what I'm saying? So in order for you to enjoy the movie, that actor stays in character for you to enjoy the persona of Iron Man. But Iron Man doesn't really exist in reality. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. You see what I'm saying? This says,
Lucario, that's why you ain't supposed to be getting so deep with these niggas on the live stream, man.
All right, for real. Exactly. It's a fact.
You're gonna confuse mad niggas, bro.
Exactly. That's a fact. It says most people feel fear and run, but a small percentage of people run towards it. Is it the stories that you tell yourself that fuels you to win or avoid failing? Well, yeah, everything is always the stories you tell yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So this is why certain people, when it comes to the game, win and certain people lose is really about the stories they tell themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because even shout out to He Didn't Succeed. Some of y'all probably remember He Didn't Succeed. This nigga used to always, what's funny about He Didn't Succeed? He Didn't Succeed would tell me stories about me. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck you know my life? He'd be like, Lucario, you don't understand because when you grew up, all the girls liked you. And you had a bunch of girls in junior high school and high school that wanted to get with you. And I said, nigga, what are you talking about? Like, how do you know how my high school and junior high school situation was? But he would say these fucking stories like just out of the blue. And he'd be like, you don't understand because with me, Lucario, nobody likes me and women. And I'm like, bro, where are you getting these stories from? You see what I'm saying? And it's just he's going off of shit, in his own head. It's just how it goes. It's crazy.
Like you.
Like I'm like, nigga, you write in my whole history and shit from your brain. I'm like, what are you talking about? Said I randomly sent a girl I'm smashing 15 to get a bottle of wine Friday. Could that act open her up to see me as a trick, boyfriend energy, or just cool vibes? I did it for cool vibes. Well, this is the thing. It all depends though, because context matters. Mm-hmm. So to her, listen, I'm gonna come over or whatever. I ain't gonna have time to pick this up. So I'm giving you this money to pick it up for me to bring it to the, you know what I'm saying? To bring it to the spot. That's one thing. You feel what I mean? But if you're randomly smashing a girl, like I would just keep smashing. I don't even know what all the wine and all the sexy other shit is for. You should just be, you know what I'm saying? Like just smashing her and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? Because, if you're not, it could be misconstrued as some other shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that could be it too. It says the universe is a hologram. That's what you fellas mean by our persona is not real. No, it's not the universe necessarily a hologram, but what we're saying is that, material reality is just like it's not the end all be all that most people think. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got to think about, I'm not gonna get too deep on this shit because y'all motherfuckers gonna come with more questions. You know what I'm saying? Just holler at me on the back end.
Schedule a consultation, man.
That's a fact. Because the dude the other day, that Miles is talking to when he called in, he scheduled a consultation. So we just did a consultation, earlier or whatever. So make sure you do that. It says, Carl, what is the psychology in your opinion on why women have a hard time articulating / explaining themselves in general? For example, the way the guy makes them feel. What do you mean? What do you mean, fitness DJ? I'm confused. What are you saying? You're saying women have a hard time articulating, explaining themselves in general, the way the guy makes them feel. I don't know. You got to elaborate more on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Elaborate or call in. So guys, call in, man. We got like 5-10 minutes left. Call in or leave a Q in the chat and we'll get to your questions. But remember, guys, make sure that you guys go to badboymembership.com. Also go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you guys go there, and masculineidentitymembership.com. Make sure that you guys join all the memberships. So it says when you go outside your house, he usually have a game plan, or every once while you just go out, meet people and just chat. What? So you're saying when you go out your house, do you usually have a game plan, or why you said every like 3 times? I don't understand. Once in a while you just go out and meet people and just chat. Well,
no, that was anonymous.
Anonymous. Yeah. So if you're going out to just meet people and chat, that could be your game plan too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like I've done that times. There's times where I'm like, oh, let me just go out, go get a drink. Buy my.
Wow, they really
Yeah, they got nothing to do today.
gotta,
You know what it is? It's a fucking troll ass nigga calling his troll ass friends. They're like, yo, let's call up Lucario and Miles right now and just start,
it's a Dan Bilzerian fan.
Yeah, exactly. What he's like. It's probably Dan Bilzerian calling in. He's gonna be like, I don't know. He's like, oh shit.
Or maybe he's mad because I said his mother's pregnant with his kid.
Right.
Actually, his mother's pregnant with his best friend's kid. Oh, that's copyright music.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? So look, I watched one of the old videos where you were talking about the True Force Loneliness people. That was a weird group. They had a 300+ pound guy whining about how he couldn't get any. I mean, losers gonna stay losing. You know what I'm saying? Losers are going to stay losing. You feel what I'm saying? That it just is what it is. That's funny. You say you gonna get copyright. That's a fact. He's trying to play some other shit. These niggas is crafty. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I think answered all the questions. You guys aren't calling up, so we about to wrap this shit up early.
Right.
So yeah, man. So tomorrow you got the Man of the Skill Set show.
Yes, right? Sir. Manhood is a skill set on Saturday, 1:30 Eastern time. What time you going live tomorrow?
So I'm gonna go live at 5. So make sure you guys check that out. You feel what I'm saying?
Live at 5. All right, guys. Make sure you. So Lucario is going live at 5 tomorrow, Saturday, and then we got Real Game No Theory 12 noon Eastern time Sunday. So once again, that is Manhood is a skill set tomorrow, 1:30 Eastern time. Then Lucario is going live at 5, and then we got Real Game No Theory on Sunday, 12 noon, all Eastern time. Make sure y'all tune in, man, because we usually have a really good time.
Right. So it says, when you meet women that you're just hooking up with, and then you come across the ones who you might potentially see as a girlfriend material, do you let them know that, or just go through the vetting process? No, you go through the vetting process the same way. You don't tell a woman, hey, I think you're girlfriend material. Yes, what I'm saying? Like,
you don't have to speak with your actions. You don't have to explain nothing to no woman, because the more you explain to her is the more that she'll be able to she could do what you want, and,
right?
Try to play the game and act as if she's going with the program just to get what she wants, especially if she has her own agenda. So you don't want to really talk too much. You just want to lead with your action.
Yeah, and see if she follows instructions. That's it. Because part of what makes it work is she doesn't know. That's
right,
the thing. Exactly. The vetting process is about her not knowing when things are going to happen or it's going to occur. You see? Right. So when it does occur, it's like, oh, finally, we're going out now, and I'm getting more time with you. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works.
Exactly. And I wanted to say this too, because a lot of guys be asking about mystery and how to be mysterious. Well, being mysterious is it doesn't mean, because a lot of dudes, they say, well, if you have a program, isn't she going to get bored of your program and blah, blah, blah. Well, the thing is this, when you have a program, right, and your woman begins to trust in the program, you don't have to explain everything to her. Meaning, like, for example, if you plan a trip, you don't have to even tell her where you're going. Right. And that's where the mystery lies, because you can plan the trip and just tell her what she needs to bring.
Exactly. Right.
And then so she don't really know where she's going until y'all get there, or until you get to the airport and she see the sign on the terminal gate or whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's a way to maintain mystery in your relationship, because a lot of you guys think that having a program and being consistent, like a lot of people when we talk, is like when we say consistency is like they hear monotony.
Right.
You understand? It's two different things. Being consistent and being monotonous and boring is two different things. And like I said, you don't have to tell the woman everything. Just give her instruction, and that will maintain mystery.
Right. Exactly.
And I just want to say this too. Let me shout these guys out, because people are sending in cash apps without even calling in. So I just want to shout out. I got Drew Vega, I got Dante Wingo, I got Monogamous Player, I got Rex Emilion, King Blue, and I got all these guys sending in cash apps behind the scenes. So we appreciate y'all, man.
That's what's up. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it.
So the anonymous hater, understand, brother, you're not stopping nothing, bro.
Exactly.
We still getting cash apps. We still getting people calling in. So
yeah. And Plug Ultra, don't ever ask us, can we finish answering your question? Don't do that.
What was his question?
Don't do that. I don't even know what the question was, or I don't even remember what the question was, but don't do that. Just call in, donate if you feel it's that pertinent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I don't like when people like assume that like we're here for your pleasure. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, don't do that shit. You feel what I'm saying?
It gets a little bit like, it's like when somebody snaps to call you, like,
yeah, like don't do that shit. Yeah, like you come here. Is that like, what the fuck?
What the fuck you talking to?
Right,
Ultra.
Like, come on with that bullshit, dude.
Who the fuck you talking to? Yeah, the phone lines are down, bro, because y'all niggas was not calling in, and y'all let this fucking anonymous bitch ass nigga keep calling in.
Right,
if y'all was calling in and was keeping the line occupied with an actual call, then we would have been able to answer your questions. You see, niggas, Shia from Brooklyn with the cash app just now. Why y'all niggas wait till the end of the show? No, it's not. I'm not turning back on the phone lines. Y'all gonna have to call in next show or something, bro.
Exactly.
Shout out to the cash app though. We appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
We've been sitting here for the last 2 fucking hours and nobody wanted to call in.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So guys, you have to wait till next show to do that. And but yeah, man, we will holler at y'all tomorrow. We appreciate y'all tuning in. And that is it. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We go. We out.
We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle. Struggle creates strength. And strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
You put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Ladies and gentlemen,